Hey guys, episode 4 of my Friandise special, and today I'm going to show you how to make some apricot stuffed madeleines. Once baked, I serve them with a beautiful creme anglaise, a match made in heaven. So, let's begin. First, the creme anglaise. Mix 300 grams of milk with 200 grams of cream, 100 grams of sugar and the zest from 1 lemon. Then cut half a vanilla pod in half and scrape out the seeds. Add both the seeds and the empty vanilla pod to the pan. Now cover it with a lid and heat it up till it starts to steam. Then turn off the heat and let it infuse for at least 1 hour. Meanwhile, mix 50 grams of egg yolk with 20 grams of cornstarch. The cornstarch is traditionally not necessary, but I add it to stabilize the anglaise. After the hour, bring the liquid to a simmer and remove the lid. Then while stirring, slowly add the hot liquid to the yolks. Now pour it back into the pan. And while stirring, cook it till the temperature is 85 degrees Celsius. If you don't have a thermometer, just keep an eye on the thickness. This is what it should look like. Once it's done, pass it through a fine sieve. Using a ladle or a spatula will make this a lot easier. Now cover it and let it cool down in your fridge. After that, give it a final mix and then keep it in your fridge for later. Now for the apricot filling. Take 9 apricots and cut them in half around the pit. Then break or twist them open and remove the pits. Now slice them in thin slices and slice those slices in small cubes. Then caramelize 60 grams of cane sugar on a medium-high heat. It's going to take a bit longer than with normal sugar, so keep an eye on it. Once you're happy with the color and smell, add the sliced apricots and turn down the heat. Let it simmer till you have a nice thick compote. Now season it with some grated cinnamon. You can also use cinnamon powder, but I prefer fresh because it's not so bitter. Then turn off the heat. To add a touch of freshness, I also added some juice from a third of a lemon. Give it a final mix and a taste for seasoning. Now pour it into a tray, cover it and keep it in your fridge for later. Then the main act, the madeleine. I make the batter with beurre noisette instead of normal butter for a lovely nutty flavor. Transfer 125 grams of butter into a pan and caramelize it on a medium heat. Stir it every now and then to prevent it from burning. Once it starts to color, turn down the heat for more control. This is the color and therefore flavor I'm looking for. Set it aside for later. Then mix 150 grams of egg with 125 grams of sugar, 3 grams of salt and the zest from 1 lemon. Start beating it till it's a fluffy and thick mixture. After that, while mixing, slowly add the warm beurre noisette. Now transfer 125 grams of flour on a sieve and also add 7 grams of baking powder. Pass it through the sieve to remove any lumps and then gently fold it in to create a beautiful airy madeleine batter. Then fill a piping bag and keep it in your fridge for later. Now you could already bake the madeleines like this, but I wanted to create a stuffed madeleine and therefore I needed a double-sided baking tray. Unfortunately, that doesn't exist yet, so I made my own by placing 2 on top of each other and drilling some holes to screw them together. It needs to be very tight, otherwise the batter will run out. Just be sure to wash it well to remove any little metal pieces. Once that's done, use a brush to add a thin layer of melted butter. Then add a thick layer of flour and tap the sides of the mold to create an even thin layer. Now fill the bottom with the batter and then add a tablespoon of the apricot compote. You can also create little balls beforehand, but I find that this is just as fast. Then cover the apricot compote with the batter. With the batter I made, you can make 16 stuffed madeleines. Place the top half on the bottom one and screw them together. Like I said, be sure it's very tight, otherwise the batter will leak out. Now bake them at 190 degrees Celsius for 40 minutes. After that, take them out of the oven and let them cool down for 10 minutes. Then open up the baking tray and tap the madeleines out. Just look at that gorgeous inside. Now to serve the madeleines, I folded a piece of thick paper into a zigzag pattern. For decoration, I also printed my logo with edible ink on the paper. Once I was happy with the shape, I cut it into the desired size. I got inspired by this way of presenting by 3 Michelin star chef Julien from Odette in Singapore. A true legend in the industry. I mean, that looks super cool, right? Now place the warm madeleines on the paper and decorate the top with some of the apricot compote and some marigold flower petals. Then just fill a little bowl with the creme anglaise and they're ready to be served. Okay guys, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the video and that you learned something. I'm super happy with the result. I mean, the 2 layered Madeleines, they look incredible. And then if you open them up, if you open them up, just look at that. Perfection. Super moist, super nice filling. And that in combination with the creme anglaise. I mean, come on guys. Let's give it a go. That's so good. I love the cinnamon and the apricot. It's perfectly balanced. But a creme anglaise, that's always to die for. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any other of my friandises from this Friandise special. Be sure to let me know in the comments what you want to see next. And then I'll see you at the next one. Bon appetit.